Tippy time, my damies, Topcat here and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm looking at the crown of Tempests for our Arc Warlocks, as in 1 week's time Into the Light drops and with it a new horde mode called Onslaught. With this new wave-based mode we'll want high ability uptime with both passive and aggressive damage applicators. The crown of Tempest exotic perk is called Conclussion Times. Our arc ability or jolt final blows increase the recharge rate of your arc abilities and extend duration of your storm trance. This super throws out streams of arc energy Palpatine style. Its landfall also does tremendous burst damage and jolts. This is great at stunning overload champs, or you can drop it down on a larger target, then continue to zap him. He'll act like a lightning rod, frying all critters in the surrounding area. For our melee I've gone with Ball Lightning. This fires an arc ball out at range and this turns into a mini lightning strike. Whilst we're amplified, Ball Lightning also releases additional lightning strikes as it transits before its final detonation. We're always amplified with this build, so it will always be at full strength. For your grenade, there's plenty of options there that'll work well, but Pulse really does it best. It has both great damage and a modest cooldown, which will be necessary as our light dwindles in higher levels of activities. Electrostatic Mine feeds ionic traces when we defeat foes that have been blinded or jolted or slain with arc abilities. Together with the crown, this results in a full melee and grenade charge after 4 ionic traces. On top of the ability energy, we have increased movement and weapon handling, and access to speed boost while sprinting. Our arc souls are going to be a great passive damage tool. Drop a rift, get a little arc buddy. Just be aware this little dude is so good at killing, you'll often be fighting with him for the finish. Your allies can also get this passing through your rift, but yours will be more deadly as you've got increased fire rate whilst amplified. Spark of Ions gives an ionic trace whenever we defeat a jolted target. Spark of Discharge, arc weapon final blows have a chance to create an ionic trace. Shock will make our grenades jolt to create even further ionic traces. And Recharge will grant us 400% additional base grenade and melee ability regeneration rate whilst we're at critical health. This will help us bully our way out of the Arc Warlock's biggest downfall. Outside of Rift, it's not the greatest when it comes to healing and damage resist, but its DR in super is actually quite good. Luckily this build can give us supers in as little as 25 seconds. But its stat distribution is probably more important than most. Go 100 resilience, a minimum of 70 recovery. Discipline is the third most important for damage output and subsequent jolts. And mobility is probably the least important as we have access to both amplify and speed boost. Our arsenal is an integral part to making this build shine. The Trinity Ghoul is phenomenal at air clear with its lightning rod perk. This can kill multiple foes with one pluck of the string. Make sure to run a harmonic siphon to make orbs of power, and a harmonic loader is ideally, if we're not running the ghoul, we'll be picking a weapon with a bolt shot. Pulses like the Oversoul Edict would be great as it is arc, has bolt shot, is craftable, and has a potent Curse Thrall origin trait that's spastically fun at AoE damage. Iron Banner has the Dark Decider that has Bolt Shot via Stinger. Once we jolt a target, we can apply more bullets to a target with that reloaded ammo. It also has Offhand Strike. This works well for those close combat encounters. Brigand's Law is great. I've used this a bit this season as my anti-barrier sidearm. With the combo Bolt Shot and Pugilist, or Pugilist as my mate Ares calls it, that can chain multiple kills, giving us a full melee charge. I do prefer running this build with a primary ammo elemental weapon, but there are countless special weapons that will work well too. I've been using the Indebted Kindness a bunch on double special builds in dungeons and raids. It makes light work of both champs and trash mobs alike. The iterative loop is a great option for builds that require you to do DPS in like dungeons or raid scenarios, whilst also clearing up minors and mages alike. I've always been quite partial to the Protocol Return. This is a traditional impact derived breach load GL. But we also have the new Undercurrent GL if waveframes are your jam. I could go on and on, but pick your favorite arc special. I'd love to hear what yours are in the comments down below. There are two heavies though that I would like to suggest. Thunderlord has seen many buffs and is now great at champs, ad clear, and even boss damage. And I'm sure most of you out there managed to get yourself a chain reaction bolt shot hullabaloo during the Guardian game. This should be an absolutely meta pick for Onslaught. For the rest of the mods, I like to run Ashes to Assets on my helmet to even further expedite our supers. Momentum Transfer, causing damage with a grenade, reduces our melee cooldown. Impact Induction, when causing damage with a melee attack, this reduces our grenade cooldown, and Bomber reduces your grenade cooldown when using your class ability. As I stated earlier, damage resistance is a shortfall of the Arc Warlock, so we'll be using our armor charge on Emergency Reinforcement mod. The more charges we have available, the longer damage resist will be granted to us when we are critically harmed. Stacks on stacks will give us 2 armor charges for the price of 1 orb pickup. Elemental Charge will feed us an escalating chance of an armor charge whenever we collect an Ionic Trace. On our class, I also run Powerful Attraction to collect nearby orbs whenever I drop a rift. This procs recuperation so we can heal fast and hard. Reaper will further facilitate our orb production for our healing and DR benefits. I also run 1 dampener and 1 resistance mod. Feel free to pause here for a full list of my mods, but there will be a dim link in the description down below. Artifacts can be fun ways to use different subclasses, but sometimes it's just hard to beat a classic. And in encounters that don't offer us surge benefits, Arc Warlock's ad clear is second to none. Please make sure to thumb it if you liked it. I would love to hear your favorite Arc weapons in the comments down below. Make sure to sub if you're new, and as always, tippy tie my damies, what a tie!